Welcome again, viewers. I'm Andrew, your host today, and my co-host Alex. Welcome again to the moment it clicks on Inva channel. Today, our topic is based and around on marriages, and our question to you guys today is: do marriages fail today of because we prioritize love over compatibility, or because we focus on just love? Today, we're just discussing it from our personal experiences and from our social experience. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the conversation. We know you're going to have divided thoughts, but what we're going to discuss today is just based on the way we see things and the way we've experienced things. So yeah, if you have any comments, just sit back, relax, and enjoy it and take it in. Hello, Alex.
Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you very much for this topic. I mean, it's a very controversial topic. You know, when you say if it's marriage, uh, are we prioritizing love over compatibility? I think for me, let's forget about the making a reference to any principles or biblical references or books of all different types of religion. Let's go back to our forefathers. Let's go back to how our forefathers started and what made our forefathers' marriages lasted compared to our today's generation. I think for me, based on my personal experience. So let me put it out there. I'm not making any references at all. It's just my personal experience is based on my personal experience and also social what is happening there in the times of the kind of friends, the kind of social relationship and social experiences I've had in the past. I think compatibility is what makes marriage work. Me personal opinion, because you have to look at the other opposite sex, the person you're getting into. How does both of you compat? What makes both of you have things in common? There's a lot of that. There should be some commonalities.
Yeah.
That commonalities will bring both of you together and say, okay, you have some common ground. So there are things both of you tolerate, and there are things you don't tolerate. So first of all, you both of you started as friends. So the issue of love, to me, I found it the love will come naturally because one, you are compatible, you have things in common, you your ideas, you might have different ideas, you might have different careers wise, but there are things that brought both of you together. And that is a powerful, that's a powerful click that will that will make that relationship last. So love coming in, love will grow naturally. But but the challenges we are having today in our society today is people just grow. You see, I mean, some people say love out of foresight or love in foresight or seeing you see someone for for the first time. They say love out of sight or seeing someone. So you love
Love, they
someone,
call it love at first sight.
love at first sight.
Yeah.
I found it very it's a cheap statement to me personally because
I think that can
sometimes
happen.
people fall
That
out
can
of love.
happen though. It depends on everybody else, experience as well, as you mentioned. That can happen. You can have love at first sight, but the thing is you have to understand it first. Because we hear so many things and we just pick it up and run away with it without understanding it. So I'm sure some people may have experienced love at first sight and they will be able to break it down to you because that's their personal experience. But I do believe that still exists. You can see somebody for the first time and you fall in love with them. So
And
that is there.
okay. I think I disagree with you because yes, I agree with you. You can see someone for the first time and fall in love. But the question now is, what kind of love is he? What kind of love did you see?
See,
Because one, do you
listen,
fall in
when
love?
you fall in
Hang on,
love with
hang on, hang on,
somebody,
hang on.
that's not
Let me
just the
finish.
first instance,
No, let me
It
finish. Let me
carries
finish.
on.
Do you fall in love? And do you fall in love based on you say you see this person for the first time at sight? You saw the person physically and you fall in love. So what you saw It's just a physical appearance.
Yeah, but that's what everyone goes for. You cannot see somebody and
That
tell
is
me
the
you know that
problem.
person
That
before
is
you
the
follow.
problem we have today in our society. Because one, so if you look at the principles, well, what the principle that we hold over donkey years, yeah, marriages, yeah. So the foundation of marriages is that partnership, commitment. But now today it's emotional love. You see someone for the first time, you don't know how the person behaves, you don't even know how you don't even know the compatibility of that person. The next thing you fall emotional love. So
But
when
how you
love
gonna
fades,
how
so
you
when
gonna
love
have
fades,
how you gonna have that?
what do
If
you do
first
when the love fades? What do
your
you do?
first instinct, what attracts you to the person? What attracts you to the person?
You see, attraction fades. You know that attraction doesn't go far; it fades.
So what makes you choose a woman to be your wife?
So basically, as let me make reference back to myself.
Because you have to see the person as a stranger from nowhere. You meet them. So what to you and for you, your experience,
Yeah.
what will make you think this person I want to get to know? Because don't forget this, yeah. When you meet somebody, you have to take time to get to know them. And it's time consuming because the time that you're gonna waste on that person, you're never gonna get it back. So give me just two or three things that will make you think, okay, I need to spend some time to get to know this person. And I know this
Okay.
is going to take me somewhere. So let me just see how it goes.
Okay. Let me answer your question now. So first of all, getting into relationship with the person. Of course, I agree with you when you say seeing the person. That attraction is the first thing. That physical appearance that kicks
Everyone
that
has that.
that kicks your psychic. That's the first thing. That physical appearance. That's one. Then the second step. That's for me. The appearance trigger me to go further. Okay, oh, this person I find very interesting. Let me get to know this person. So the next thing is we start having a conversation. When we start having a conversation, we see our conversation, the personalities, is it aligning? That will move to the next stage. So, but you now saying falling in love, seeing the person just fall in love. What kind of love have you fallen? You've not had a conversation. You've not got to know the persons that do and does, their characteristics, what they like and what they don't like. They don't even know anything about them. You fall in love, and the next thing you propose marriage. Is that how it works?
No, but when we say love at first sight as well, like I said to you in my early statement, everybody's love at first sight experience is different. It's totally different. And with a few people that I've spoken to, the way they explain to me is like the kind of feeling they had when they saw that person. They went with their instincts and they felt like, okay, this person I can get to know. And getting to know them as well really clicked for them and worked out for the best for them. So with that first sight of love or falling in love at first sight, that stands, that works. And some can just have that kind of feeling when they meet somebody for the first time. But based on their conversation going forward, or maybe they get together and they see that we're not compatible, that can also stop that. But that doesn't take away that you fall in love with a person at first sight. Do you get where I'm coming from? So
Yeah.
that holds, but we are talking about the duration of that is what we're talking about. So that love at first sight, it does work. It's
Okay.
just the
Okay.
duration is what we need to concentrate on. But if we're talking about can you carry that into marriages? Yes, some have done it and it can be done.
How successful? So do you have any do you have any of course, you will not have any data to support that, but I agree with you. Certain extent love at first sight happens, but now love at first sight, the question now is, does love at first sight, does it happen today in our generation? Does this still happening
Oh yeah, of course.
today?
Everything
Today
happens.
Gen Z,
E-
is this still happening? Love at
Everything
first sight.
everything happens. And what I'm telling you is generation upon generation is different. We can only speak about our generation now because the generation that's gone before, we only saw how they did things and what they did. And for us to understand that, they have to sit down. You have to sit down with somebody in that generation for them to tell you their experience, for you to relate that to this generation. But this generation, what I see that is causing a lot of problems is People don't have the time and patience to work through things. People are just being self-centered. They're being selfish with things. So don't get me wrong, being selfish is nothing wrong when you're going into a relationship, because everyone goes into it, whether they talk about it or they don't talk about it. Everyone goes into it for their own personal gains. Now, with their personal gains, this is something that I used to tell my kid brother all the time, that when you're choosing a woman, you have to make sure that this person that you're choosing, you have to put it at the back of your mind and know that they're not perfect. And you are not a perfect human being, too. The only thing we look at when you're going into it, you've mentioned it about compatibility. You have to first see, is this somebody that I can work with? Because this love thing that we're talking about, not that it fades away, it doesn't fade away, but somebody's character traits can make you start your love to start to decline a little bit, because it's a mental thing. Okay. So if you want to choose a woman based on just their looks, that's not going to go far, to me, my personal experience. Now, if you want to choose somebody and say, okay, I need somebody that can cook, I need somebody that can clean. I need somebody that can have a intimate conversation. And look, everyone is different. So you personally, you have to choose what is really important for you. If you want somebody that can cook and you've met somebody that can cook, then I'm going to tell you, if you're really deep into that, or your mindset is, I really need somebody that can cook, then that person is not going to work for you unless they are going to learn how to cook and they'll be able to cook. But if they're not, it's not going to work for you. So,
Andrew, you see, thank you for your submission. You see, let me see. This is a serious conversation, which is our modern society today has completely revised the principle. So, the order of principle, which is being a Christian, making a reference to principle, because as a Christian, is what we are taught or how I was raised. I saw, or we were raised to see marriage as a commitment, yeah,
yeah,
responsibilities and compatibility. So, and even the book of wisdom of life, which is the Bible, taught us to say, it said, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. So this is a union of man and a woman. So this is a serious business. It's not like it's not a boyfriend or girlfriend. That's why if you look at people that have been, there are some people that have been to a relationship 5 years, 10 years, at the end of the day, they broke up. So now the question, ask yourself, you've been you've been together for 5 years, 6 years, and you ended up did not marry, and the other person they just saw each other after 1 month, they click and they got married. So you see, so you now asking me, all that 5 years, all those 6 years they've been together, there's no compatibility, there's no love, or the love has faded away, and this couple, they just met barely 1 month and they click and they got married. So now the question now is, we today's marriage, today's affairs, I think if we start putting values, compatibility, purpose, then I think most marriages will last. But the trouble is, love, today's marriages, love develop after marriage. You see, love,
when you say today's marriage is love develop after marriage, what do you
I
mean
beg your
by that?
pardon.
Can you break down? Can you
Yeah,
break down? Because I don't understand that
beg your
part.
pardon. So what I meant to say is, today is, love comes first before any other thing. The value is not there, the compatibility is not there, the sheer commitment, that responsibility is not there. People virtually going to marriage because of benefits. Most people going to marriage because, large percentage going to marriage because of responsibilities. They want to have that partner that they can share responsible with, they can really depend on. Now, if as an individual, a young man, a young woman, are you capable? Have you worked on yourself? Have you worked on your character? Do you have a value system? Are you there are certain things, are you ready mentally, financially, physically, emotionally? Are you ready to go into that relationship? So that is when going into that is when you'll be able to understand, what do you really want. And when you see somebody that you think both of you are compatibility, that compact is there. That compatibility is there. So because you've understood your psychology as a human, what you really want, and the other person you want to go into relationship with. But today, what is happening today? Love at first sight, like you said. Let me use your word, love at. So, how many love at first sight? Let's assume how many love of first sight we have. Love of first sight, 100%. How many marriages is standing today as a result of love in first sight? How many is standing today?
I cannot give you a number on that. All I'm saying to you is those things exist and if they do work and it's based on personal experience. I'm sure somebody watching us today have probably experienced that and they'll be the best person to tell you that in the comments. But are you telling me you don't believe that thing can work?
I believe in today's society, yeah, in today's society,
Yeah.
it doesn't, if it works, it doesn't last. Because when you say love fades, if you actually love someone, if you actually love, when I mean love someone, so that means marrying someone, because both of you, I'm from the school of thought that I'm getting into the relationship with someone because one, we have that compatibility, we have shared responsibility, we have value system, we have the same purpose, in life. It might not be the same pursuing the same thing, but we have purpose as individual coming together as a couple. Then that relationship will last, and that is where the love will grow naturally, because the values, the commitment will grow stronger and stronger and stronger. So, but when you say love will fade, why would the love fade when you're not person, when you are not person is
So the
compact?
people so can you the people that get married for probably 30 years, 40 years, and they go their separate ways, what are the causes of that?
Yes. So one, I wouldn't stay here and give you a data that I don't have.
No,
Say
but
people are
when
married,
you look at
for
social
30 years.
experience,
Yeah.
when you look at the social experience, I'm sure we've heard that, or you've had somebody that's probably spoken to you about it. I think it doesn't just start from it doesn't just get up and start. It's something that compounds. So number one, communication is really important. If you don't communicate properly in your marriages or your relationship, it's not going to last. And like I said to you as well, it's transparency. If you're not transparent enough, that can also cause those problems. Do you cannot tell me that you've been with your wife or your boyfriend or your girlfriend, you're 100% transparent to them. We are all humans, we're not perfect. We all have things that we hold in us. We all have things that we probably are not comfortable enough to speak about. But that is what makes your love grow or glow. If you don't do those things over a period of time, people do get tired. Okay. And as I said to you, if you're not being transparent enough to be able to have these discussions or these conversations, that is what can fade your love. When I say love fades, not that it goes totally, or you're gonna hate the person, or you don't want the person around you, or you don't like the person. But if you notice or you realize that you're both not on the same journey, you don't have the compatibility that you're talking about. Do you know those things can change over time? Your priorities can change.
So change. So be specific when you say the priorities will change. So the love will fade. That's what you're saying.
What when I'm saying the love will fade, I'm just
Yeah.
saying the love can go, it can go, yeah. Let me use the word fade. Let me just say probably fade,
Yeah. But
but not
yeah.
not
So
totally
so
fade,
so
not totally
so
fade
this
away.
is this is where I beg to disagree with you. See, so you see, when I started this I started my submission saying, one, value, responsibilities, yeah, purpose, having that principles, and both of you comes together as a couple over a period of time. Because love is a glue that holds marriages together. Yeah.
No, no, no. Listen,
No, no,
I want you to
let me
go
let me
straight
finish.
to the point and
No,
tell me
yeah,
what you
no,
want to tell me, because I've
yeah,
got a question that I need to
yeah.
ask you. I
So
need to
so
ask you.
so so I've just give you the principles, my school of thought, how I will approach marriage and what has worked for me personally. So with by going through this principle, that relationship will hold strong. Because
What's
one,
the principles again? Can you give me the principles again?
you are
One is what?
I said one. I said purpose.
Your
Yeah,
purpose. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. We have purpose. The purpose
Mm-hmm.
might not be the same purpose, but we
Mm-hmm.
have purpose in life. Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Then two, we are compatibility. We are so compat. Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
We have shared responsibilities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We have values. Okay. So this brought us together, and that made our love to be like a glue. And let me tell you, this is where our love will be so patient. Our love will be patient, will be kind, will be enduring, and that's the foundation of marriage. That is foundation. That is foundation of marriage. But and that is where our emotions will grow, the bonds will be there, our communication will be better. But today, people, because of people prioritize love, they lack the skill to maintain that love. When you say love at first sight, yes, you could love someone at first sight, but the point now, do you have the skill to maintain that love? Because marriage is not just about love. It's not just
Look,
about love. You can't go far. You can't go far
that
with that.
if that's meant to be, is going to be. All right, and it
I
takes
disagree
work.
with you. I disagree with you.
No,
I disagree
no,
with
it
you.
takes work and patience. Why do you disagree with me?
I
Why do
disagree
you
with you
disagree?
because
Why?
I said, does
Look. These
love only
values.
stand for marriage?
What I'm
I
trying to
said,
tell
does
you.
love only stand for
Listen.
marriage?
What?
You say
Listen.
if it's going to
Let
be,
me.
it's
Can
going
I
to
make
be.
my point?
What do you mean it's going to be? Going to be?
What?
You are emphasizing saying about love is only marriage. No, love cannot go far in a marriage. However you look at it, left and right, love cannot just go in marriage. You are saying whatever it be will be. So that means someone could literally marry someone for love, and that marriage will last forever. I disagree with you.
Did you? When I begin, I told you that
Yeah.
it's not just love; it's everything included.
What
Okay,
are the
but
everything? What are the everything included?
you cannot take the love away. If you're how can you marry your enemy? Can you be with your enemy? Because the way you're saying it and what you're saying is like you're taking the love away. Can you be with your enemy?
Of
Can
course
you
not.
marry your enemy? You
Of
cannot,
course not.
obviously. So why are you
Of course
taking the
not.
love out of it?
I'm not
Love
taking
is
it away.
very
So
important.
you
No,
are
but the way
misunderstanding
you're
me.
saying it,
I'm not taking the love away.
no,
I'm
but the
just
way
telling
you're
you.
saying it,
I'm
you're
telling
taking
you.
it away from it because
No.
you're just emphasizing on the love thing. It's there. If you've not
See,
experienced it, you will not know. It's there. But
you
what I'm
see.
trying to tell you is
Yes.
transparency, people coming in there and not really stating what they are what the values and everything that you're talking about. Values can change. You cannot tell me that it doesn't change. We live in this world that everybody that you've dealt with have a value, and that value can be devalued based on certain things. Okay, you've had people that are married for years and they break down today. When you sit down with them and you ask them why have they gotten to where they've gotten today, that's when they're going to break down to you and they tell you about things that have been happening over the years, and those things compound. It gets to a point in life where you cannot tell me that you're just holding on to your value, you're just holding on to your principles, you're just holding on to your purpose. Nobody has ever done that. Okay. A time will come
Yeah.
when it gets to that point where you
Yeah.
cannot hold on to those things. It will change because you're human. You're not
So
robots.
when we change, what we hold that in is love.
When you change,
No, you make a statement about your issues of life, challenges and everything. The principles and this thing will
yeah,
not
love
hold.
is what holds you, obviously. What else?
I disagree with you. Okay,
Why do you disagree
I
with me?
disagree with you. See, I told you initially, I said marriage fail not because people prioritize love, but because they lack the skill to maintain that love. What is the skill to maintain that love? What is the skill? So
So-
hang on. The skill to maintain love is compatibility. Compatibility without love, you will end up feeling empty, unfulfilled, and disconnected. So let me tell you, see,
so
I will also make a Bible. I will also give you, unfortunately, I'm going to give you an instance. I'm going to give you a fact. The Bible says, the Bible says, have you heard the word when it say follow your heart? Follow your heart.
yeah,
But that
you
is
have
what,
to.
yeah. But the Bible says, the Bible warns us against that. He said the heart is so decept, it's so deceitful. People can deceive you, but you are following the same heart, that you're following your heart, but that same heart can deceive you because let me tell you, love is a byproduct of marriage,
Look,
not foundation of it.
you cannot
See,
sit down today with
see,
me and start
love,
quoting me Bibles and telling me Bibles
love,
because the
love,
Bible contradicts
love is
itself.
byproduct. See, love is a
Listen,
byproduct of marriage, not a foundation.
The Bible
If
that
you
you're
marry
talking about
someone, if you marry
contradicts.
someone, if you marry someone who shares your values, your respects you, and is compatible with you, love will grow naturally. Love will grow naturally. But marriage for love first is like building a house on the sand. That's for me. Marrying for love is like building a house in the sand. When a problem comes, like finances, children, sickness, romantic love will
So
not sustain the marriage.
the
Only
question
commitment
I'm
and
asking
compatibility
you, the
will.
question I'm asking you to understand is when you're going into a relationship or you're going to into a marriage, you have to obviously go in a relationship before you make the decision to marry. So you're telling me you cannot put love there before you go into those things. So can you meet somebody that you don't feel any love or you don't have any sense of love for the person? You probably see the person and you hate the person you don't like the person, and then you're gonna sit down with them to see if you're compatible with them before you go in a relationship with them.
You see, when you say
No, no.
you you
I'm
seems to you seems to misunderstand the context
so
I'm
make
coming from.
so
See,
make me understand it
just
because I
when
don't
I see
make me understand what you're
when I
saying.
see somebody, I say physical attraction is what drives me first. That physical attraction does not mean I'm in love. That physical, I just physical attraction. So by the time I start getting to know that person, I start liking. I like the person, right? I'm liking the person, or the way the person talks, the way the person share ideas, the way we debate idea, the way the person does critical thinking and everything. I begin to like. I begin to like. Over a period of time, we begin to get used to each other. We begin to call ourselves on the phone, going
So
out for a
that's where
date.
your love starts.
So it's not love. We're still liking. That's
So
me. It's not love.
at what point in time does love
So
comes or did love come in for you?
so over a period of time, over a period of time. So see, emphasize over a period of time.
I
One,
want to
you
know the period
so I'm telling you.
we've got
Allow me to. So you ask me a question. Allow me to. Just allow me to respond. So over a period of time could be 6 months, could be 1 year. Okay, and we've been together. Of course, we've been together. Being together over a period of time. One, I've come to see me and this person. We have things in common. That compatibility is there. That purpose, values, shares, everything is there. Then naturally, I want
the
to do
love
with that
comes
person.
in.
I don't want to. It will comes in. I don't want to live with that. I can't see myself living apart without being with that person. I want to be together. So this is
And
where
that's where your love starts. That's what you call love.
exactly. That's me personally.
Do,
Yeah,
do
that's
you
where my
know
love.
you can grow? Do you know you can grow attached to somebody? Do you know you can grow attached?
What do,
Don't get it confused. Don't get love confused and
what do you mean grow
attachment.
attached? What do you mean grow
When
attached?
I say attachment, you can have somebody around you, and because of the benefits that you're getting from the person, you do not want to lose them. You do not want them to go away from you. That doesn't mean you love the person. Okay? It's just like friends. When we talk about love, people will only associate love to maybe between a man and a woman or whatever. You can have friends that you love your friends. Okay, people can come around you. When I say love your friends, your friends can be around you and they don't love you. They're just around you just to get what they want to get from you. Okay. So when I talk about getting attached to somebody, people come around you and because of the benefits they'll get from you and they get attached from you, they don't want to move away from you and they want to mix that with love. That's not love. Because if you're telling me over a period of time, you've met a woman, you've given yourself 6 months to a year before you begin to love them, how can you tell me that that is just love and it's not you being attached to the person because you like the way they speak, because the way they share ideas with you, as you just mentioned, the way they communicate with you, um, the critical thinking and all those things. It could be because you've lacked that in your previous relationship. You didn't have anybody that you could do that with. and you've got this person that we're talking about, that you've probably been able to do all those things with them, and you've got attached to them because you can do those things to them, then you want to associate that to love.
Let me ask you this. So, Andrew, is love a feeling, or see? Just listen.
Love is a feeling.
Is it just a feeling? That's all, nothing else.
What is it? Tell me. What
Okay.
else is love?
You see, love is a decision and an action. So when you stop investing, when you see, that's why I said.
Okay, go on.
Listen, no, just listen. That's why I say people do not prioritize love over compatibility. It's not because they don't have the skill. I'm repeating myself again. It's because they don't have the skill to maintain that love. Love only fades when people stop investing in their relationship. That investment, you don't invest, you don't spend time together, you don't talk together, you don't communicate together. So it become a transactional partnership. It become cold. Love is what makes people forgive each other. When you start investing together, when you start supporting each other, when you start doing things together, you grow, you begin to grow, and that's why love is a sacrificial, not emotional. It's a sacrificial. You sacrifice.
I like what you
Not
said
emotional.
there about it's a decision and it's a what? It's an action.
Yes, action.
What brings your decision and your action?
Over
What triggers that? Is
so
feeling. No, it's your feelings that triggers that. No, you
what kind
cannot.
of feeling? Just a heart feeling,
Look,
emotional heart feeling.
whatever decision you make it from your feelings. You cannot tell me you don't.
So what kind of feeling
If
are we
you
talking about?
if you
Feeling.
don't
You
if you
saw
don't
someone
flow,
for the first time out
before
of
you make a
sight, saw
decision,
someone out of sight for the first
about
time,
something,
and you
if you
feel it, and you
don't
made a
if you
decision, and you
don't
get
flow,
married. That's what the problem
before
is.
you make a decision about something, if you don't have a good feeling on that thing, you're not going to make a good feeling. If you have a bad feeling about something, you're going to make a bad decision about
Andrew,
that. So it starts from
the
your
heart is so
feelings.
deceitful. The heart is so deceitful. You can be emotionally deranged, and you make a wrong decision. The heart is so deceitful.
So
It's sacrificial.
how do you make a good decision?
Is
How do you,
about developing
how do you make a good
sacrificial
decision?
decision making, action over a period of time, investing in that relationship, coming together, working together over a period of time. It's a sacrificial. You can't just say a feeling of what. You see someone for the first time. Oh, you saw someone. The person is looking the shape you want in a woman,
Let
or
me
the shape you
this
want
is
in a
why I
man,
asked you.
and you have a feeling.
This is
What
why
kind
I
of
asked
feeling?
you. When you talk about the physical attraction that you talked about from the beginning, if the person physically attracts you and look good, but you don't have good feeling about that person, would you still get along with the person and get to know them for this 6 months that you're talking about, this 1 year that you're talking about, to see if you're compatible? Is it
You
not?
see,
Is it
for me,
not?
see,
Is it not?
for
Is it
me,
not you feeling good? No. Hold on. Is it
okay,
not
yeah.
you feeling good that you decided to get to know that person better? Have you not met somebody and you looked at them and they still have your physical attraction, but you didn't feel no good, or you don't feel no good about getting
Okay,
to know that person?
why did that not feel why did that not feel no good? Because
No, you.
of conversation. Yeah, see, you are you are even you either not understanding me, or you pretend not to
So,
share my own view.
do you think you understand me?
See,
No.
I
If
told you.
I'm not understanding you, do you think you
So,
understand me?
so I told you, basically, I said, when I see someone for the first time, yeah, what brings me closer to that person, first and foremost, listen clearly, first and foremost is physical attraction. First, yeah. So that physical attraction brings me to get to know the person. So when I start getting to know the person, when I mean getting to know, that means I'm now in a friendship with that person. We start talking. Of course, if that person's the way the person talks, our conversation, we don't, there are some sharing things in common, or get to know each other, our values, or this does not gel, does not click, I will leave. I will walk away. I will walk away. I walk away. You will not, that will be the end of conversation. But when we start talking, getting to know the person in terms of value, purpose, responsibility, compatibility, ideas, then everything is clicking together, working together. I will love to be with that person for a long period of time, and that is where I will make my decision. So making that decision, I've already fallen. You see, I've
Okay,
already
so
fallen. Vice versa, the person also fall as well. So I've remember action. That decision, that action is what getting to know each other. We're investing. That the sacrificial is coming in, kicking in. That decision is for me to propose. I say, you know what, this person is the right person for me. I'll make the decision to propose, and that's when we get married. So
okay,
now, but me now, me now saying, me now seeing someone, I say I fall in love, and the next thing I propose to the person because I follow my heart.
no,
This
but
is where the problem is.
when we talked about you falling in love with a person, doesn't mean you're proposing to the person straight away.
But you just said married out of foresight. So
No,
someone
I didn't
sees
say
us.
married. I said love as first sight. Did I mention you marrying the
But,
person at first sight?
but the discussion now is marriages. How does marriages? Because marriages fail because people take love out of sight and they get married. And they get married. So what happened after 10 years, after 15 years? What happens? So that's why when you say love fades, love,
So,
if
you see,
actually
you've come out clear now
love
to
someone,
you've come out
if
clear now to say something that makes me understand that you didn't understand what I was saying to you,
no
because
no no
I
no
didn't say
no
I didn't tell you that because you've loved somebody at first sight, then that you're just jumping into marriage with a person.
yeah,
I didn't
what
say
is
that. I didn't say that wasn't my exact words. I'm saying to you is possible and it is there that there's love at first sight, but
and they get
you
married
and
and they get married.
yeah, they can get married from that,
Yeah, that is the
and it
problem.
works.
So that is the problem we have in our society today.
You think so?
Yeah,
And you believe so?
see, that is the most of
So
the problem we have
so
today. Because see, you see,
you
you
believe
see,
what works. You believe
people
what
think
works for
so.
marriage. You
People
believe what
think
works for marriages and what makes marriages last long is taking love at first sight out of it.
you
Is
see
that
you
what?
see you are misunderstanding me. Yeah,
No.
out of where, see, out of marrying, seeing someone for the first time and falling in love, first on first sight. If you look at it, percentage of it that works in our society might be 2%, 1%, 3%. Yeah, yeah, 3 or 4 or 5% maximum. The 95%, of it, does it work? Because people think marriage is like a Hollywood romance. When you watch movie, this television is make believe. Maybe probably Andrew, you'll be watching a lot of romance movie, and that's where you are coming from. So watching a lot of romance movie, you see where someone will meet someone at the shop mob or at the restaurant, at the bars, and they fall in love, and they kiss, and the next thing they propose. I think you'll be watching a lot of movie. But remarriage is about sacrifice. It's about commitment. It's about growth. You grow. You grow together. You grow together.
I don't.
Love is not
I,
enough. Love is not enough.
I think
Love is not
you're in a
enough.
little bubble. I think you're in a
Yeah,
little
love
bubble,
is
and
not enough.
you
No,
still don't
love is
you
not
still
enough.
don't understand
That's
what
why
I'm saying to you.
that's why we have a quick
you
divorce. We have a
you're
divorce
making it
because
sound like
foundation
you can
foundation
marry
was emotions. So
your enemy,
so
or you
foundation
meet
was
somebody
emotions,
you
not
don't.
principle. So foundation
All right.
foundation is the foundation was emotion, not principle. If life is governed with principle, so if you follow that strategy of life that is governed with principle, everything we do today is about our actions. Our action came from the decision we our decision, so to speak, is as a result of our action over a period of time. So marriage that are built on compatibility, they share faith, they share responsibility, last longer than those built around romantic feelings like the one your romance and Hollywood movie that you watch. And that's why we have a lot of divorce in our society today. I tell you this, I'm telling you.
So for what you've just said now, can you just put it in a small can you summarize it for the viewers to
So
understand
so
before
so
you get married or before you even make
so
that decision?
yeah.
What are the things that you need to be working on, or things that you need to be looking at before you do that?
Yeah, thank you very much. I think for me personally, I will also go back again, emphasize. for me, what should come, my final submission is this. What should come first is compatibility. Yeah. I'm not giving away, I'm not arguing the fact that when you see someone, the attraction is there. You see someone, that first attraction is there. It's fine. There's no wrong in that. But compatibility must come first, because love is too emotional and unstable. When someone is unstable, that's where the problem starts. So when you get to know someone, you begin to share that responsibility. You begin to look at the values. Would you share values? Do we share our culture, our values, our responsibility, our purpose in life? This is where both of you will grow naturally. When you grow naturally, the loves will kick in. And when the love kicks in, the sacrifice, the value will come. And that will make that relationship to last longer. So that when these two come together, you see that our marriages will last. So that is what I think from my own personal view as my
Okay.
mission.
So thank you so much for that. And I'm still not taking away what I said from there, because that can also work. And if that works for you, that's brilliant. You can always share that to somebody else. They will definitely learn some one or two from it. But yes, what you've just said, compatibility is very important. Patience and everything is very important. It goes a long way. But before you make decisions, it has to go through your thoughts and how you feel, and you make decision based on that. So you cannot just make decisions about what you're thinking about. It's your feelings. Isn't it? That feeling thing is always going to be in the middle, because without feeling, you cannot make any decision. And no, you cannot tell me not a single person makes a decision without their feeling coming in place. Everybody makes decisions based on their feelings, whether it's being good or bad. So yeah, watch out for that too. That's very important. Don't just make decisions when you're mad. If you've heard those things, those saying. Thank you so much.
Okay. Now, my viewers, that is over to you, our viewers. Do you believe marriage should be based on compatibility first, or love first? Drop your thoughts in the comment, share this debate, and let's start a conversation that will change how people view marriage. This is the moment it clicks. See you